It was raining heavily the morning Anna dressed her little boy, Daniel, in his tiny blue jacket and took his hand. She had barely slept all night, her mind restless with worry. Bills were piling up, rent was due, and food in the fridge was running low. This job interview was her last chance. She wasn't just searching for work, she was fighting for survival, for her child's future. As she stood in front of the mirror, she whispered to herself, "You've got this, Anna. No matter what happens, don't give up." Daniel's innocent eyes looked up at her with trust, and that was all the strength she needed. When she arrived at the corporate office, soaked from the storm, she could feel the stares. Mothers with children didn't belong in places like this. The receptionist gave her a forced smile that quickly faded when she saw Daniel holding Anna's hand. "Ma'am, you can't bring a child into an interview. It's unprofessional," she said coldly. Anna's heart sank. She explained softly, "I didn't have anyone to watch him. I had to bring him. Please, I really need this chance." But her words were met with disapproval. A few candidates snickered, and one even whispered loud enough for her to hear, "This is why single mothers shouldn't apply for jobs like this." Anna sat on a chair in the waiting area, feeling invisible, tears threatening to fall. Daniel tugged at her sleeve and whispered, "Mommy, don't cry. You always tell me to be brave." His tiny voice carried more wisdom than the adults around her, and she forced a smile for his sake. She thought maybe she should leave, maybe this was another door closing in her face. Just then, the heavy glass doors opened, and silence filled the room. A tall man walked in, confident yet approachable. His suit was sharp, but his eyes carried warmth. Everyone straightened in their seats, recognizing him immediately, Ethan Cole, the CEO of the company. He was known not just for his wealth but for building the company from nothing. Ethan noticed Anna instantly. A mother, with a child clinging to her arm, sitting apart from the others. He caught the cold glances being thrown at her and stopped in his tracks. "Is there a problem here?" he asked the receptionist. She stammered, "Sir, she brought her child to the interview. It's inappropriate." Ethan's expression hardened. He turned to Anna, then to Daniel, who hid shyly behind his mother's leg. Then he smiled. "I don't see anything inappropriate about a woman fighting for her future. If anything, it shows determination." His words stunned the room. Anna's heart pounded. For the first time, someone saw her not as a burden, but as someone strong. Ethan leaned down to Daniel's level and said, "Hi there, champ. You know your mom must be pretty amazing to come here today with you." Daniel grinned, his innocence breaking the tension in the room. Ethan insisted that Anna be interviewed immediately, with Daniel by her side. The panel shifted uncomfortably, but no one dared object. During the interview, Anna spoke with honesty, passion, and a quiet strength. She explained how she managed finances as a single mother, how she balanced responsibilities, how she refused to give up despite endless rejections. Every word painted her resilience. And every so often, Daniel would chime in with something like, "My mommy works really hard," drawing gentle laughs even from the strictest interviewers. When it was over, Anna thought she had embarrassed herself. But as she gathered her things, Ethan walked over. "Anna, you have something that can't be taught, courage, loyalty, and grit. That's the kind of person I want in my company." She blinked in disbelief. "You mean I'm hired?" Ethan nodded. "Not just hired. I want you to work directly with me. I can tell you'll bring the kind of perspective we need." Anna's knees nearly gave out. After months of rejection, humiliation, and struggle, here was the chance she had been praying for. The days that followed changed her life. With her new role, Anna proved herself over and over, showing creativity and dedication. She became a voice for working parents, advocating for flexible schedules and childcare support in the company. Ethan often told people, "She's one of the best decisions I've ever made for this company." But beyond the work, something deeper grew. Ethan admired her strength, her devotion to her son, and her ability to rise despite hardships. And Anna found in him not just a mentor, but a man who believed in her when no one else did. One evening, months later, after a long day, Anna walked out of the office with Daniel skipping beside her. Ethan joined them in the lobby. "You know," he said softly, "the day I walked in and saw you here, I knew you were going to change things. Not just for this company, but for me too." Anna's cheeks flushed, her heart racing at his words. Daniel, with the bluntness only a child could have, asked, "Mr. Ethan, do you like my mommy?" Ethan chuckled, kneeling down. "Yes, I do. More than she knows." Anna laughed through tears, hugging her son tightly, realizing life was finally turning into something beautiful. And to everyone listening right now, remember this: sometimes life pushes you down so many times that giving up feels easier. But the moment you hold on, the moment you refuse to quit, that's when the miracle happens. Just like Anna,